Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today, we're diving into the dark, twisted mystery of The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward, a novel that keeps readers guessing at every turn, blending horror, psychological suspense, and a deep dive into trauma and survival. Let's step into the eerie, puzzling world of The Last House on Needless Street, so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. Our story centers on Ted, a strange and isolated man living at the edge of a forest in a decaying house on Needless Street. Ted's life is unusual and dark. He's reclusive, lives with a black cat named Olivia, and occasionally has his young daughter, Lauren, visit him, though their interactions are complicated and unsettling. Ted's past is filled with secrets, and he keeps the blinds closed and the doors locked, haunted by memories of something unspeakable. Years ago, a young girl named Lulu went missing near a lake by the forest, not far from Ted's house. The disappearance shocked the community, and Ted, who had been seen nearby, was briefly a suspect before being cleared. However, suspicion never entirely faded. When Dee, Lulu's older sister, moves to the area to search for answers about her missing sister, she becomes obsessed with Ted, convinced he knows more than he's letting on and determined to uncover the truth. What makes The Last House on Needless Street so gripping is that the narrative alternates between different perspectives, including Ted, Dee, and even Olivia, Ted's enigmatic cat, who has a distinct voice and surprising insights into her surroundings. Olivia's perspective adds an unusual layer to the story, giving readers glimpses into Ted's strange behaviors and the disturbing happenings within the house. Through Olivia, we see Ted's erratic routines, his struggles with memories, and hints of something lurking beneath the surface that even Ted doesn't seem to understand. As Dee investigates, she begins to unravel the many layers of Ted's life. Her obsession with finding Lulu's abductor leads her deeper into Ted's world, and she grows more convinced of his guilt. But Ted's mind is a maze of trauma and hidden memories, and as readers, we're never quite sure what's real and what isn't. Ted seems both terrified and menacing, haunted by a dark presence he can't explain, a childhood filled with abuse and memories that shift and distort with each telling. The story delves into Ted's fractured mind, revealing a man who suffers from dissociative identity disorder, which complicates the narrative as different parts of his psyche emerge. The past abuse he endured and the unresolved guilt he carries have shaped him into a complex and tragic figure, adding emotional depth to his character. Yet his possible connection to Lulu's disappearance keeps readers on edge, constantly questioning his innocence and the role his disorder might play in concealing the truth. As Dee's investigation intensifies, the boundaries between reality and illusion blur further. She makes shocking discoveries within Ted's house, each piece bringing her closer to unraveling the mystery of her sister's disappearance. The novel keeps readers off balance, challenging us to distinguish between Ted's fractured memories, Dee's suspicions, and Olivia's cryptic observations. The layers of horror deepen, revealing that both Dee and Ted are haunted by trauma, driven by obsessions that threaten to consume them. In a final twist, Ward brings all the elements together, and we learn the truth about Ted, Lulu, and the night she disappeared. The real horror lies in the devastating consequences of trauma and the cycle of abuse, painting Ted as a deeply damaged man who struggles to control his own mind. Ultimately, Ted's true connection to Lulu's disappearance and the answer to Dee's obsessive search is revealed in a heartbreaking resolution that redefines our understanding of justice, trauma, and survival. The Last House on Needless Street is an unsettling and beautifully crafted exploration of memory, identity, and the horrors that lurk within us all. Catriona Ward masterfully weaves a haunting narrative that leaves readers questioning everything, right up to the final page. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.